5 games you definitely need to own and definitely need to play on the Sega Mega Drive. So let's take it away.
Consider subscribing if you already haven't and hit the bell button to get notified when I upload a new video.
The Mega Drive is a platform with a lot of games and there is a lot of shitty games out there. But I have 5 games for you that you definitely need to play because those are one of the better Mega Drive games. So let's get started with video game number 1. The first game is Ristar. Ristar, yeah, what can I say? Ristar is great. The reason why it's somewhat more expensive is it's a mainstream game, but it came out on the end of the life cycle of the Mega Drive. That means that there are not super lot of games out there and it didn't sell very well. But yeah, why I don't know, because it's a superb game. The graphics are great, the sound is great, it is a lot of fun to play. Yeah, I'm so full of enthusiasm when I think of this game. One negative point, I don't like the second level, the water level. But yeah, I don't like those water levels with Sonic either. And why say I Sonic? Because Ristar is a game that is made with the Sonic engine, and there really are a lot of points in the game that you say, well, yeah, that I recognize those points. It's definitely not Sonic, it's definitely some different. For example, in Sonic you have to jump on enemies, and here you have to grab enemies, and that is the way you advance in the game, to kill enemies, but also to get to places where you have to grab on items. Sega, yeah, definitely did a really good job with Ristar. Pick it up. Price about 70-80 euros. One of the Mega Drive games that I regularly play is definitely Empire of Steel. Empire of Steel is a shooter. It's a shooter that is playable, and not a lot of shooters are playable when it comes to the difficulty level. It's original. The music is good. The graphics are great. It's definitely original. In which game do you have a flying zeppelin? In which game do you have a flying combine? I don't know what the English name for is. Land mowing machine. In which game do you have a flying windmill that shoots at you? In the Empire of Steel you do. The theme is so well thought through. One of the first cutscenes, as yeah, we nowadays have cutscenes, but they weren't existing in those 16-bit Mega Drive versions. But let's call them cutscenes. Those cutscenes are a television that with a movie that counts down. Yeah, it's fun to play. Music is great. Definitely worth picking up if you see it. Empire of Steel, it's not a really expensive game, but not cheap either. I say 30-40 euros, then you can pick it up. Empire of Steel, the English version or the American version is Steel Empire. So the name of the game is somewhat different, and I saw on a fair, I saw the Japanese version lying around, and I looked at that and I saw, hey, that's Empire of Steel. So there's also a Japanese version out there. Yeah, the next game, maybe somewhat dull, because I think I pick this game, but a lot of gamers will pick this game. It's definitely a high collectible game, because it's well sought after, and that makes it somewhat more expensive. You pay for this game 100, 120 euros, sometimes 150. Number one on a lot of collectors playlists also, but the collectors list is Gunstar Heroes. And I'm not talking after all those guys that are saying you need to play Gunstar Heroes, you need to play Gunstar Heroes. No, this is a personal pick. Why I like those. It's a shooter, it's a platform kind of shooter with a lot of variety, with a lot of level. It's pretty difficult. On the easy mode it's somewhat playable. I don't like the dice level to say it, but Gunstar Heroes, it's packed full of action, it's fun to play, it's everything you want to have in a game. A lot of different guns out there. It doesn't take itself too seriously as most games do. Yeah, the bosses are fun. There is a lot of variety in the game. It's a treasure game, and the collector's value is high. Definitely need to play it. It's definitely one of the best ever made Megadrive games. And I heard a little story about that the game was pitched to Sega of America, and they didn't like the game. They didn't like the game. How? In which universe don't you like this game? Eventually it came out because someone walked into the room and he played the game, and he said that's the best game ever, and that's the reason why it came to America. But yeah, Gunstar Heroes, need to play. The next game is a somewhat more cheaper game, but I like this as a kid a lot. I am really into shooters. This is also a shooter, but it's not insanely crazy difficult. I'm talking about Biohazard Battle. Huh? Biohazard Battle, it's such a mainstream game. Why do you like it so much? I don't know. The music is great. It has a somewhat strange, weird atmosphere. It has in a certain way a certain charm. You can choose between different battleships. Those battleships have each their own unique qualities, have their own unique weapons. Last week I played it again, and I still like the game. I said the music is great. Well, the music of the bosses is horrible. It's definitely horrible, but it's really recognizable. The first level you go down in clouds, and that connects really to the second level. It's really well done. It's good playable in difficulty level. It's a lot of variation out there, but it gets in level 3, 3, 4, it really gets hard. The jungle level is pretty hard, and but definitely, if you haven't played it, definitely play Biohazard Battle. I think it's going. Don't know the current prices because I've had this game from childhood on. It can be 10 euros, can be 30, maybe 40, but not more than that. Biohazard Battle for the Sega Mega Drive. The last game on this list, in this video, is somewhat of a collector's item. It's a more expensive game. It's about 100 euros, 120 euros maybe. It's a Konami game. It's again a brawler shooter, not really a platform game, but I'm talking about a arcade game that is ported to the Mega Drive. There is a SNES version, and I saw that. I saw some YouTube movies, and I thought that it was the same game. It has some elements of that SNES game, but it's totally not the SNES game. I'm talking about Sunset Riders. It's difficult, not super difficult, but it is pretty difficult. On the easy level, it's doable. The levels are different. The levels are, there is a lot of variation out there. The only thing I don't like, that the character walks somewhat slow. That makes the game somewhat slow. But yeah, you can pick up guns. You really have to look out for the dynamite. The second level is the level with the train. And there are some signposts that you have to avoid. There are 3 signposts, and every time I play the game, those signposts, it's so coming quickly, and I'm not have time to react, and I die at least once from one of those 3 signposts. Yeah, the atmosphere is great. It's a cowboy themed game. Sunset Riders, Megadrive. What can I say more about it? The music is great. It's recognizable. It's yeah, definitely play Sunset Riders for the Sega Mega Drive. Really, you have a quality game here. Sunset Riders. I hope that these suggestions were at any value to you, and if they were, please leave a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I want to make more videos about top Mega Drive games to collect, gems, etc, etc, etc. So subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button so you don't miss anything. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.